How's everyone doing?
We're running late on our...
Sorry, I was trying to pull up my stuff from reading.
Make eye contact.
I am. I'm making eye contact. Sorry.
Well...
Kind of had some technical difficulties. We did film this previously. But, it happens.
To anyone.
So, I guess we're going to do this again. I kind of had a not too bad month for me. I know I've been in a little bit of a slump. I read 3 books in August. I read Faking It by Cora Carmack, which I have now finished that whole little grouping of books of hers.
Yeah.
I think Faking It was my favorite.
Just a creepy look. I'm not going to elaborate on that.
I like how it's from the guys. It was actually from Bliss's. If you've read Losing It. Sorry, thank you.
He's not in Finding It.
No, if you've read Losing It, the guy who was in love with her college friend. I can't think of his name right now. Hold on, give me just a second. Cade. It's from his point of view. And it's him spending Thanksgiving holiday with a stranger named Mackenzie.
Isn't he pretending to be her boyfriend?
Yes. And it's really cool. So, it was really
cute. It's from the guy's point of view, though?
It's from both. It's his
okay, because
and
I was
hers.
going to say, because it sounded like it was from a girl's point of view.
No, Faking It is actually from both point of views. And then I read City of Ashes, Book 2, the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. And I thought that one was going to be my favorite, but as you'll see for this month's TBR, or this month, once we're done with this month and we film next month, you'll see that, not anymore. And then for our book of the month, I read Fairy Tales and Nightmares by Melissa Marr. And I did read, so far for this month, for my to-be read, I've already read 2 books for this month. I've done City of Glass by Cassandra Clare and Dance of Shadows by Yelena Black. From there, I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
Well, you're going to read Cell.
Yeah, I'm going to read Cell. That's going to be our book of the month for this month. But otherwise, I don't know. Maybe some scary books since we are going into Halloween. Maybe I'll finally finish Sleepy Hollow. I didn't finish all of it, right? I don't remember finishing all of it.
It's not that big, is it?
It's a bunch of short stories. And some of them are hard to understand because they're written in the Old English kind of style, so...
Vernacular.
Yeah, I kind of took a break from it. I'm almost done, though, I'm pretty sure.
It only took you a year.
Yeah, a year from when I actually started reading it.
We both I can read my steampunk Poe. I can give you my Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah, my good edition of Edgar Allan Poe.
Yay!
I'll read it.
Okay. The complete works of Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah, somewhere
So,
back there.
I don't know.
Pretty bookshelf.
Just next month, you'll see what I end up reading the rest of the month. So.
I have 2 more weeks. You know,
I know.
I haven't even finished.
But I can finish the Cell. I can probably do the Cell in like less than a week.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good, so you fly.
Because it's Stephen King, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'll get into
Plus,
it.
it's creepy, and it's about cell phones, which is even more relevant today than it was when it was written a few years ago.
So, yep, that is my August wrap-up and September to be read, so stay tuned.
/ already read?
Yeah, / already read since we're already 2 weeks into it, so.
Yay! Hi! Okay, I had a super good reading month in August. Not so much this month, but you'll find that out later. The first book I read in August, the beginning of August, was Zombies vs. Unicorns, which is it's a short story book. about, obviously, zombies and unicorns. I like it because each, like, story, like, alternated. You'd have a unicorn story, then you'd have a zombie story. And there was a bunch of authors that are, you know, popular YA authors in it.
Mm-hmm.
A
bunch.
Like, Carrie Ryan, Scott Westerfeld, Meg Cabot, Libba Bray, Cassandra Clare, and I kind of enjoyed some of the unicorn stories slightly more, even though I love horror and I love, you know...
Zombies.
I'm not super into zombie stories sometimes. I like watching zombie movies, but I don't know, reading about them, it's not... I mean, I have read some. Like, I read the Carrie Ryan books. Well, I read one of them and half of the second one. What are they called?
Forest of Hands and Teeth.
Yes. I read that a couple years ago, and I read half of Dead Toss Waves, and then I just stopped. I don't know why. It's not that I didn't enjoy them, it's just, I don't know.
It's from a zombie's point of view, right?
No.
No?
At least not the ones that I read. I don't know about the third one. But I highly recommend it. It was a really good book. And some of the unicorn stories were creepy. They weren't all like, unicorns!
Oh,
you know?
are we talking Cabin in the Woods unicorn?
So, yeah, I think that might have happened.
Wicked.
It was really good. I highly recommend it. And then, just for fun, I read The Boy with the Thorn in His Side by Pete Wentz. I'm a huge Fall Out Boy fan. They are one of my favorite bands. I've read this before a few times. I bought it when it came out originally, like 5 or 6 years ago, whenever it came out. It's a quick read, you know, it's cute, I like it. Pete Wentz. Enough said. Then I read the Anna and the French Kiss books by Stephanie Perkins. I started Anna and the French Kiss, loved it. I read it in like a day and a half. Then I read Lola and the Boy Next Door, day and a half. And then that was just in time for Isla and the Happily Ever After to come out. Read that in a day and a half. I loved all of them. And I don't know, I like contemporary, but sometimes I'm more into like paranormal stuff and like horror. Sometimes I don't read a whole lot of like contemporary. I read new adult, but not so much contemporary YA. But I loved those books. Now I know why they are so hyped up on BookTube. Because they are so adorable and they're so fast and easy to read. I highly recommend them. I'm sure you've read them already. Everyone has. I was the last one to jump on that train.
No.
Well, almost the last one.
She doesn't read a whole lot of contemporary. We read far less contemporary. Unless she's like, you need to read this.
Like, read it now. You have no choice.
I've got so many books to read right now. It's like I don't know where to start.
That's the problem of being a booktuber.
Mm-hmm.
Then I bought some books on Amazon because I was looking on Goodreads for like creepy kind of contemporary sort of paranormally books. I don't know, it was recommended to me in one of the books that I read, you know, on Goodreads. So I was like, you might enjoy this. So I'm like, I was looking it up, and then it was 99 cents on Amazon. So I was like, mine now. It's Mutilate My Heart by Emily Goodwin. And I like it because the girl in it is into like kind of punk, emo-y goth bands.
Perfect.
So, and then she's in love with this band, and they're all like crazy, like mohawks and different colors, and their names are like Corpse and stuff. So I was like, hey, that sounds like something I want to read. It was good. I mean, it's not the best thing I ever read, but it was super fast read. I enjoyed it. You know, if you have 99 cents laying around, I recommend you buy it. You know, and there's something going on with the band that I don't want to tell you about unless you want a review of it. And then I read the prequel to it, but don't read it before reading Mutilate My Heart, or it will be a spoiler for the book.
And that was Paper
and Strength. Sorry, I'm like, I need to read it off my notebook. Because it was a long time ago I read these things now. And then I read Welcome to the Dark House by Lori Faria Stolars, who wrote the, like, the red is for remembrance, white is for something. There was like a whole bunch. I know she wrote more than that. But those are the books that I have from her. And this one, I loved it. It was about like a bunch of kids who won this contest. They like this horror director, kind of like he's like really like creepy movies, and they're like, how many times can I say like, I'm so awesome at explaining things. But they get flown to meet him, and some crazy stuff happens, and they get trapped in this like amusement park, and they each have to face their fear.
Ooh.
It is such a good book. I highly recommend reading it in the Halloween season, because after I read that, I'm like, I want to read every scary thing ever. Oh my god, it was so good. For a YA book to be that creepy for me, it was good. I really recommend it if you like creepy books. And this is why I read this book after this. The Merciless by Danielle Vega. Everyone knows about this book. It's about an exorcism that doesn't go right. It was really good. This would make a really good movie. I'm so bad at explaining things. It would make such a good movie because some of the scenes in that book freaked me out. Like, oh my god, there were some torture type scenes that I was just like, oh, I had to step away from the book for a minute.
Sorry.
That I was like, oh, that's a lot. That's some stuff.
Intense.
That would hurt. And I'm a makeup artist, so I have a pretty good imagination about visualizing things. And that was like, nope. Nope.
You mean like crack, crack, snap?
And now for my September TBR. It is halfway through the month. I have not finished a book.
So, for my wrap-up, I finished The Awakening by the Yadran Saga by Raymond Bolton. It's a pretty interesting book. I got this one for free off of Goodreads. It's really interesting. I'm really horrible at explaining things.
You too. And then I explain too much.
No, you don't. Basically, it's from multiple point of views, but it deals with an alternate universe. It's high fantasy. There's a map in here, and it's about these aliens that are trying to take over this planet. And neat thing, it has 2 suns and a moon. So that was just a really neat thing that I thought, and they mentioned the names, and a couple of times you're like, who is that? Because there were quite a lot of characters, but it's the sun that's moving around. Really good book. I like it. My favorite character is Pythian Dur, but it's kind of like there's like it's kind of like telepathy, but not telepathy. It's like a sense that some of the characters in this book have. It's a really good book. It's just really hard to explain. So there's that one. And then I read Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I don't think I need to explain this one. It's Neil Gaiman. And it's pretty bang on from the movie. Or the movie's pretty bang on from the book. And then wait a minute. I read Fairy Tales and Nightmares by Melissa Marr. It's just a bunch of short stories about the Wicked Lovely series. So, yes, I had fun revisiting the series, which brings me to my next book, Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr.
Yes, Seth.
Seth.
I think I want to reread that.
Yes. And I mentioned this before in the footage that got deleted on accident. But with social media, you can kind of go on an author's page and see a playlist. But this one is actually, it's included in the printing. It also has like a Q&A and everything, but it's really cool. She has really great taste in music. There's Simple Plan, Sugar Cult, Fall Out Boy Muse, Nine Inch Nails, All American Rejects.
I've met 3 of those bands.
Gem. Yeah, really good music. And so far this month, oh, I forgot to grab it. I am reading The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey because The Infinite Sea is coming out on the 16th. So I'm currently reading that. I will be reading Cell, and I'm hoping to sneak in either House by Frank Peretti or Ted Decker, or I'll probably, since it's smaller, I'll probably get in The Merciless because it's Halloween and I want to read something creepy. That shut off. Hi!